Hello friends, welcome to our channel. In this video, we are going to see what is an atom. We know that atom is the fundamental building blocks of matter consisting of positively charged protons, negatively charged electrons and a neutral charged particle called neutrons. Atoms are extremely small, but how small it is? In numbers, the diameter of an hydrogen atom is approximately 120 picometers. That is 1.2 into 10 power minus 10 meter. We can't visualize a single atom even using powerful microscopes in the world. But how do we know that atoms exist? Before knowing what is an atom, we have to first clearly understand what is called matter. Everything which has mass and occupies a space is called matter. For example, the food we eat, the water we drink, the mobile phones we are using, and even oxygen we breathe, they all occupy space and have mass. So they are called matter. To clearly understand what is an atom and how it will look like, let's go back in time. In 400 BC, a Greek man named Democritus proposed the concept of atom. He was the first man in history to coin the term atom. But how did he get to the idea about atoms? Democritus thought that what would happen if we cut matter again and again? For instance, here we take paper and cut it half and cut that into half again and again. What will it end up with? Democritus thought at one point we can't further divide the matter, and he called the particle obtained at that point as atomos, which means indivisible. But today we know that atoms are not indivisible. We know that atoms are made up of protons, electrons and neutrons. According to Democritus, everything in the universe is made up of atoms. Atoms are the smallest indivisible particles. However, Democritus was unable to prove the existence of atoms practically. Years rolled on. In 1803, Dalton came up with his atomic theory. His theory was based on law of conservation of mass and the law of constant composition. His theory states that all matter is made up of atoms which are indivisible, which is the same idea of Democritus. All atoms of a given element are identical in mass and properties. But today we know that this theory is wrong because the same atom has different number of neutrons, which will affect the mass of two atoms of same element. We will see more about that in our upcoming videos. His third theory states that compounds are combinations of two or more different types of atom. Chemical reaction is a rearrangement of atoms. Finally, Dalton came up with the atomic model like this. He thought that the atoms would be sphere, impenetrable and indivisible. After the atomic theory proposed by Dalton, people believed that atom is the smallest possible form of matter. They didn't know about protons, neutrons and electrons at that time. After 100 years, in 1904, J.J. Thomson, a British physicist, did an experiment called cathode ray tube experiment. He removed all of the air from the tube and put two foils inside the tube like this. He connected the two foils to a power source. The foil which is connected to a negative terminal is cathode and another which is connected to positive terminal is called anode. He also made a small hole at the center of the anode. After connected to the power source, the cathode emits a ray and he named it as cathode ray. He saw that the cathode ray travels in a straight line. Then he put a positive charge and a negative charged particle on both sides of the tube. Now the cathode ray bent towards the positive charged particle. We know that like charges repel each other and unlike charges attract each other. From this, we can understand that the cathode ray is made up of negatively charged particles. And he also noted an important thing. At that time, people believed that the atom is the smallest possible form of matter. But J.J. Thomson found out that the mass of the negatively charged particle which made up the cathode ray is 1823 times less than the hydrogen atom. And he named it as electrons. But we know that atoms are neutrally charged. That is, it is neither positively charged nor negatively charged. If atoms contain electrons, it must be negatively charged. J.J. Thomson made up a model of atom which is a sphere containing electrons embedded in a positively charged region. The positively charged region and negatively charged electrons in an atom neutralize each other, making the atom neutrally charged and stable. He called this model as plum pudding model. In 1911, Rutherford came up with this famous gold foil experiment. He took a thin gold foil and put it in front of an object which emitted alpha rays, which is positively charged particles. He observed that most of the alpha rays passed straight through the gold foil. This indicated that most of the atom is empty space. But some of the alpha rays bent after hitting the gold foil. This indicated that the alpha particles came closer to any other positively charged object. But a few alpha rays completely bended after hitting the gold foil. This indicated that the alpha particle hit a positively charged object. From his experiments, Rutherford found that the plum pudding model is wrong, and also found that there is a positively charged dense object in the center of an atom called nucleus. He came up with this planetary model of atoms, in which the electrons revolve around the nucleus like the planets revolving around a star. But neutrons weren't discovered yet. Rutherford also found that an atom is mostly made up of empty space. He found that 99.9999% of atom is empty space, and the remaining space would be occupied by the nucleus. Now a big doubt arises. We know that hydrogen atom has 1 proton and helium atom has 2 protons, and the mass of the electrons is negligible since its mass is 1823 times lesser than the proton. When we compare the weight of these two atoms, that is the helium and hydrogen, the mass of 2 hydrogen atoms will be equal to the mass of 1 helium atom, because 1 helium atom contains 2 protons and 1 hydrogen atom contains 1 proton. But 1 helium atom is still heavier than 2 hydrogen atoms. Now we can understand the atom gets its mass not only from protons but also from some particle inside the nucleus. James Chadwick did an experiment and found the reason for that extra mass. He found that the extra mass came from a neutral charged particle called neutrons. The mass of the neutron is equal to the mass of the protons. In this way, the protons, neutrons and electrons are discovered. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thanks for watching.